Visit bankpbt.com today and let us put you and your business first. People's Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
WTIM.
Hey, welcome in to WTIM, your information station in the place of our expanded local news. We'll be taking some Christian County CEO students by interview to the end of the hour right here. This will be really fun. Addison Tarr in studio. She's with the marketing side of things with CEO. Lillian Vaudry with decorating, and Brooke Heimsness both with decorating right there. Let's just learn a little bit more about, we've heard so much about the upcoming Chili Fest business out there. Anything else on your guys' mind that you want the people to know? I know apple cream mellow donuts. Am I saying that right to get things started? Is that right?
Yep.
The correct order of words right there. And what is that? How is that distributor partnership made? I know last year they used the same one, but talk to me about the communication with that distributor if you guys have had anything like that.
So we have our I'm blanking.
Yep.
Liz is the one who texted, I think it was Amy, right? Yeah, she texted Amy and asked if we could get the donuts from Mellow Cream again this year. And she said that was fine. And then after that, she asked us how many we wanted. So that's kind of how that worked out. And then we had to do all the math and figuring out how many we needed for our business.
Sure.
So.
Was there any conversation that had to be early in the year for doing a different style of business, or was it always the plan to go with the Mellow Cream donuts again?
Oh, yeah. It was a big it took us probably like a week to kind of nail down what business we wanted to do for sure. We had a whole list of, I don't know, probably 30 plus ideas.
Mm-hmm.
Because a part of us, wanted to do something completely new,
Sure.
like we didn't want to copy, the last year's class, but they had so much success, and we just thought if we tweak some things, it could be even more successful. So
Sure. I don't even see it as copying. That negative connotation to that word right there. It's just building off of, like you said, what was successful. And I was trying to work it in that story that we just heard right there. You're taking if it's not broke, don't fix it type of attitude towards it, which I think is really cool. Can you think back to some of those 30 ideas that we had? Some of them just seemed too lengthy. Some of them just seemed too hard, or any ones that stuck out to you guys in that decision-making process? Can we think of any of those?
I know we had an idea to build scarecrows. But the cost of materials to do certain business ideas was just too much. We didn't see a big enough profit gain from it.
It's as simple as that right there. And you're running the numbers. You're thinking about those aspects for every single one of these little businesses right there. Anything else that we can think of? The scarecrows, that's a good one right there. But I understand why it didn't work out. Anything else that we can think about?
Another big one that I thought was a really good idea. Blake Daughtery came up with it. It was a scavenger hunt for young kids and for adults, and it was just around businesses on the square and throughout the county. And you'd go into each individual business, kind of get them some exposure. We'd try and get them to, I guess, sponsor us or give us a donation, and then we would return the favor by getting people into their store, and they'd have to scan a QR code. So we knew that they went, post a picture of them in the store or in the business on their Instagram story or Facebook story, and then whoever beat the scavenger hunt, I guess you could say, would get a prize at the end. So that was a good idea we had, but there were some fallouts and just decided we would do the donuts instead.
Sure. Yeah. I'm up for an adult scavenger hunt. That's pretty cool right there. But, maybe an idea you put on the back burner right there. Anything you can think of there?
Yeah. The only thing I could think of is a scavenger hunt, but I thought that was a really good idea.
It was a good idea. And after the Chili Fest business, where does Christian County CEO go? Where do you guys start thinking about next? Just the next business? Do you go back to the list of ideas?
I'm sure we can.
Yeah.
We're not for sure yet. It's just we learn something new every day. But no, I think we totally can relate back to that list for some extra ideas, because we had a lot of really good, solid ideas on there. Yeah,
just hearing those right there, I'm sure you guys, once you get through a few more weeks of this, even more are going to be birthed. But top of mind right now is Chili Fest out there. And we want to plug any social medias, any places we can go for more information on your guys' tent, your business, or maybe just stuff you guys are doing day to day.
Yeah. So we have a Facebook page, we have an Instagram page, and also TikTok.
Cool.
We also have a website that you can go to, but yeah.
Cool. Addison, with your marketing, are you working closely with social media, or is that all in the same right there? With
yes, working closely with social media. So within our committees, we also have kind of a side of that. We have our own jobs within the class, and I'm one of our social media people. Cool. So is Riley and Anthony. So we kind of run Facebook, and then we have Macy. She's on Instagram and TikTok and stuff like that. So So yeah, for sure.
It's gonna be a lot of moments to capture just for
Mhm.
your experiences together as a group, and then
Yeah.
out at things like Chili Fest. Are you already kind of getting ideas for what October 5th and 6th when you're out there? Are you looking
Yeah.
to fill up all the social medias?
Oh yeah, for
Absolutely.
sure, for sure.
Yeah, it's stuff like that. People really want to see how you guys
Mhm.
interact, how the
Yeah.
business is doing, how it's succeeding. And you're using all the opportunities right there. That is really cool. On the decorating side of things, I love hearing about thrift shops and stuff like that. It is really cool. How much do you work with other? You have to work with finance to find out how much you got, with marketing to
Mhm.
make sure it's all fitting the same page. Do you find yourself reaching out to other committees to make sure everyone's thinking the same thing?
Of course. So decorating has taken on the responsibility of making the logo, and marketing needs that to market our business. We also get our budget from other committees, but we mainly approve our own ideas when it comes to whether or not something would correlate with the tent and the decorating side of it. So we don't get input from other committees about that, but everything else is
Wow.
engaged.
I really, really
Mhm.
love that. Talk to me about the logo, the brand creation. Probably someone's got to be good at Photoshop or Canvas or whatever you guys are using. You have one of those experts over there?
I actually did. I created our logo.
Oh, cool.
Currently, it has apple cider on it, a donut, and then an apple and cinnamon, because that's what everything is flavored.
Absolutely. It's exactly what it needs
Yeah.
to be. That is so cool. And that can be one of the toughest parts. You can form your ideas, you can have all of your finances in check, but you got to make a good and sticking logo right there. That is really awesome. And that's Lillian Vaudry on the logo branding side of things right there. That is all really cool. Let's talk some future plans from you all right now. We'll work down the list. And of course, if you're undecided, that's totally fine. We're still figuring out things, but all this stuff mattering so much with Christian County CEO. Brooke, would you like to get us started here? Any future plans for you?
Yeah, so I want to take classes at Lincoln Land once I graduate to get my degree in nursing and become an RN, and then work for a couple years, get some experience, and then do travel nursing. And eventually, when I'm ready to settle down, I want to go back to school for 2 more years so I can be a nurse practitioner.
Very cool. You're gonna have some really interesting experiences with travel nursing if they can take you there.
Oh,
I've
yeah.
heard some really cool things about that. Addison?
So yeah, after high school, I'm going to be going to Southeast Missouri State University, so SEMO in
Yeah.
Cape Girardeau. I'm going to be playing basketball there. I plan on majoring exercise science. I've had to do a lot of physical therapy in my life. I'm not sure if that's a good or bad thing, but I just think it's always been really interesting to me. I've had to experience a lot of it, so yeah.
Well, congrats on that commitment
Thank
to
you.
SEMO right there. We all love to see that continuation,
Thank you.
and also your experience and unfortunate experience with the field. But you're going to be able to bring that into
sure.
your care with it. So we're really looking forward to seeing where you go with that. Lillian?
I plan on going to U of I in Urbana-Champaign, where I'm going to master in social work.
Cool.
Later, I'm going to become a licensed clinical social worker, and I plan on working somewhere in DCFS, and we have one nearby Taylorville. That way, I'm able to stay close to town.
Yeah. Absolutely. All these can be so local if you want them to be. They're all so community minded as well. I mean, this is all such important stuff that we're doing. I'm loving hearing all of it right now. Addison Tarr in studio, Lillian Vaudry, and Brooke Heimsness wanted to remind you all listening out there. So that is really cool. So a little common theme amongst all of you is that it doesn't spark an immediate idea in my mind of a singular business. Of course, you can have your own practice, but these experiences you're having right now, they're gonna push the dial in your professional development. That's what you guys are seeing right now.
Definitely.
Yeah.
absolutely.
For sure.
Can you describe what you've learned already this year that you didn't have business-wise, professionally-wise before this year started?
Yeah, so we just had like an etiquette luncheon, and I did not know there was a certain way you're supposed to like eat your food and pass the food around the table.
Oh, man.
And there's like some business skills and concepts that we've learned already. So yeah.
I've heard of good manners in eating. I didn't know there was a way to pass food around the table.
Yeah.
Do we remember how
Yeah.
to pass the food around the table?
There's a certain person, I think it's on the right side. I don't
Pass
but
to the
I
right.
know you have
Yeah,
to pass your
pass to the
food
right.
to the right, and then there's
Mhm.
a certain person who's your table leader. That's
Oh.
what they called it, and they're supposed to pass the food, and the same person's supposed to start. So like you can't reach across the table.
Mhm.
We're complicating dinner a little bit right there,
Yeah.
but we understand it, and it's all for business and professionalism right there. That's really cool. Addison, can we think of a business topic we've learned or a thing we've improved on this year?
Yeah, I think recognizing people's personality types has been a big thing I've learned. We're going to be picking our mentors here soon to kind of help us. They're going to be our person throughout the year that helps us, create a business plan, help us with our business. So I think kind of recognizing someone's personality type that you think would fit best with your kind of aspirations with your business is going to be a huge thing, a huge important thing for your business and your success.
I have not heard that one pointed out yet, but finding similar personality traits or just knowing what someone's personality traits are, that can do a lot for you in business and conversation. That's all. It's all really important there. Lillian?
I think one of the biggest things I've learned is the importance of the first interaction you make with somebody and how to give a good handshake. Going into CEO, I gave handshakes as if I was scared of the other person, but as the years gone on, I have definitely improved with that, and I'm very happy about it.
And you're learning how common a bad handshake is out there, and how much different and how much more beneficial it can be to start an interaction just that strong. This is all such important stuff to know. I'm so happy you guys are getting educated on it right now. Let's go down the list one more time. I want you to say your own names and your involvement with CEO before we go off air here really quick. Start with you, Lily.
Yeah, of course. I'm Lillian Beaudry, and I'm a part of the decorating committee.
I'm Addison Tarr, and I'm chair of the marketing committee.
I'm Brooke Heimsness, and I'm a part of the decorating and social media committees.
Beautiful. And it's been so fun to have all of them in studio with us today. We got any more to say out there? Yesterday, we had a really tough time getting out the mission statement, the vision statement. I don't know if you guys heard this. It was Sydney, Macy, and Jacob. We had a tough time getting it out. Do we know the mission statement off the top of our head right now? Do what you say, love what you learn, talk about it on the way, something.
Yes.
That's not what it is.
Got it.
Yeah.
I was hoping I could get it today. It's all right. But thank you guys all so much for joining me. We're going to hear from them one more time, but thank you all for joining us on the air today.
Thank you.
Absolutely. You're listening to WTIM, your information station. We'll be right back.
WTIM.
To learn more about Rolling Meadows Senior Living in Taylorville and the apartments they have available, click on their icon at TaylorvilleDailyNews.com.
Jansen's Heating and Air is the home of Dr. Comfort, focusing on customer care for heating and air conditioning across Central Illinois for some 35 years. Find out their services, specials, and coupons by clicking their icon on TaylorvilleDailyNews.com.
This Christian County Senior Citizen Calendar of Events is brought to you by this community-minded sponsor, McClure Funeral Home and Cremation Service at 302 West Poplar in Taylorville, honoring tradition while respecting change. Traditional funeral service, on-site cremation services, and prearranged funerals. Member NFDA and Federated Funeral Directors.
You are listening to WTIM, your information station. Time now for the Christian County Senior Citizens Calendar of Events and the Meals on Wheels menu for the next couple of days on our Christian County Senior Citizen Calendar of Events. That is Brooke Heimsness. What do we got?
9 a.m. exercise and 1 p.m. pinochle.
Beautiful. Anything going on Saturday? Is it Beef House in Covington, Indiana or something like that? It's a trip.
Saturday?
No.
Oh, yes.
There it is. I
Sorry.
think I had it right. Beef House, Covington, Indiana. Addison.
Chef salad, turkey, ham, egg, lettuce, tomato, cucumber, carrots, shredded cheese, salad dressing, mandarin orange cake, club crackers, and pineapple.
A busy day right there. Always remember milk, bread, and margarine served with every meal. Nothing going on for Saturday and Sunday on the Meals on Wheels menu. Our last talk with the Christian County CEO program. Such an honor to have them in studio. Let's check in on our weather real quick before we go back. 61 degrees right now, still drizzling out there. Wind advisory remains in effect. 41 mile per hour wind gusts today. High of 71 degrees and 50% chance of precipitation as we move through this one. Tim Zalabak reporting from WTIM, your information station.
The damage is widespread, caused by powerful Hurricane Helene, made landfall late last night along Florida's Big Bend, coming ashore as a Cat 4 storm. It has since moved on to Georgia as a weaker but still dangerous tropical storm. 3 deaths, 1 in Florida, 2 in Georgia, blamed on the foul weather, along with more than 2 million people left without power. There have been a number of high water rescues, flooding a major concern from this storm. Now that she's running for president, Biden border czar Kamala Harris finally to visit the southern border today. There's a stop planned in Arizona. Former President Trump says it will give Harris a chance to see up close the problems that she is responsible for creating in the first place. Arraignment due today for New York City's Mayor Eric Adams, accused of bribe-taking, accepting gifts from wealthy foreigners. Adams insists that he is innocent. Stocks opening higher this morning on Wall Street. This is SRN News.
How would you define your relationship with sleep? Are there challenges, trouble falling asleep or staying asleep? Here's the thing about sleep. It's the foundation of whole body health. Good sleep is both mental and physical, and our daily performance depends on it. So how do you get to your dream state? 3 words. Beams Dream Powder, a science-backed, healthy hot cocoa for sleep. This product will single-handedly change the way you sleep for the better. Text BEAM to 717-767. That's BEAM to 717-767 for up to 40% off. Other sleep aids can cause next-day grogginess, but Dream is an all-natural blend of ingredients like magnesium and melatonin to help you fall asleep, stay asleep, and wake up refreshed. And for a limited time, you can get a special discount on Beam's Dream Powder. Their science-backed